This is our video number part 4, where we're going to understand about some selection tools and some more options here we have that we're going to see that. Let's understand from selection first. Let's create some object. Let's create some circles. Let's create some line objects. So I want to do the selection of this. So multiple way you can select. First is rectangular method. You want to select anything, you just make a rectangle over that. So what will be completely selected, that will be get selected. You want to delete it or anything you want to do, you can do that. I'll do Control Z to undo. You can also change the selection method to lasso selection. Lasso selection you can make like this lasso, you can create it over the object that you want to select it, will be selected. Another method we have circular method. We go to circular selection. We can make circular over the object that you want to select it, and that particular object will be get selected. So these are the selection. Now, if you selected everything and you want to deselect all the things together, you can click on Deselect All. Another method, we can select the object one by one. I click on this object like this one by one, it is selecting. You want to deselect something, you can press Shift button and you can click on that, the objects that you want to deselect it. Now let's change selection method to rectangle and delete this all. Now let's see the option Derived Line. So Derived Lines, if you have two lines, I'll create one more line. So in between that, I want to draw intersecting line. So go to the option Derived Line, select line 1, line 2. You'll easily draw the intersecting line. This will be, if you extend, they will be meeting it here. If we extend it, you can see there will be meet that point. Or if you have two lines like this condition, you want to draw a diagonal from that, take a Derived Line method, select line 1, line 2 and create it. Next, we'll see the Conic tool. So Conic is what? It's like a one kind of arc. In that we have row value. So the row value we can take up to 0.5. If we make the value 0.5, it will give the parabola shape. If we giving a row value greater than 0.5, it will make hyperbolic shape. So maximum value of hyperbolic that we can take up to 0.95. And if you're giving value less than 0.5, it will become elliptical shape. So minimum value that we can take last, that is 0.05. Let's see. So we have to define one start point. Let's click a start point. Then we have to give an end point. Then we have to give a control point. By default, it is set to 0.5. It becomes perfect parabola shape. Apply. You want to change it, you can double click also and you can change the row value. I said 0.95. It will become perfect hyperbola. You can take 0.05. That's minimum value we can take it. So in between these ranges, you can take any value and you can control the shape of the conic arc. Next, we have ellipse shape. So here you can give that major and minor radius value. You can define your angle of rotation. I'll keep it 0 by default and define the center point from where you want to make that. So here we got the ellipse. We want to change the rotation position. We can give the angle of rotation and apply. Next, we have slot shape. If you want to make a slot with particular size, you can enter the slot length, width and angle. Let's make it slot of 100, width to be 50 and angle, let's keep it 0. So where you want, you just click it and like this we can create it. If you don't want to lock the parameters, you can unlock the parameters. So you have to click first point, second point, and you can click the third point and you can create this. So this is a method of creating slot. Next we have polygon shape. So minimum side we can take up to 3 and we can set what should be the radius and what should be the rotation angle, and we can click and we can create the polygon. So here we have three types: inscribed, circumscribed and side length. So we can take the option circumscribed also and set that option and click it, or you can take the length. You can click the first point and then you have to click the second point. Like this you can create it. You can change the number of side you want to make. I want to make a hexagon. You can, if you want to fix the length, you can fix the length. If you don't want to fix anything, just untick them. Specify the location where you want to make it. Now size, you can move the mouse and click that size, or you can enter the values. So because I choose the side length, so I'm defining from the center to side length. Like this I created. Or I can choose inscribed. I'll just take first inner point and inscribed, just untick the radius value and you can create like this. Or you can go to the circumscribed method. Like this way we can create. So these are the method of creating polygons. If you like this video, subscribe our channel and thank you for watching this video.